Talk about going out with a bang, right? So pretty much taking a series, making it extinct is what it seems is going on here. No pun intended with dinosaurs. Actually, all puns intended with it. Before we get into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell because we are on the road to 25,000 subscribers. But let's talk about the very, very controversial Jurassic World Dominion. I mean, you see it left and right, the conversations everywhere. Everybody's saying they either hate it or they love it. But let's talk about that ending and what could it mean. So as I said before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed, notification bell on, but let's go. So pretty much this whole thing starts off with trying to find out why these giant locusts are wiping out food crops all over and they're not actually taking out biosyn. And is biosyn surrounding this whole mystery or what? That's what Ellie tries to find out, and alongside Alan, she is going to find this out with Ian making an appearance as well. The original gang is here, and let us rejoice because, yes, now we get our whole nostalgia feel, right? So we find out actually that Lewis Dodgson is actually evil. So no surprise there. And of course, we know Dr. Henry Wu as well. So we have our evil protagonist here who are very much so doing this, but Mr. Henry Wu feels a little guilt over what he's doing, and they're actually also trying to get Macy's DNA because yeah, that's what we're trying to do here. So this is how we get Owen and Claire into the mix, as we know they are actually taking care of Miss Macy. So we also get a Giganotosaurus, a T-Rex, and a Therizinosaurus. I am never good at pronouncing dinosaur names, but we get one final showdown here as well. And let's talk about that because everybody is on the fence whether the Giganotosaurus was actually like supposed to be killed or not because it was pretty much minding its business, as some people are saying, but others are like, no, the T-Rex is gonna make sure that it finds out who is like trying to get on top of them in the food chain and take them out. So what happens here is we see a showdown between the Giganotosaurus and the T-Rex. Ultimately, it looks like the Giganotosaurus gets an upper hand, but then Therizinosaurus comes through and T-Rex is like, you know what? I know how to take you out. Pushes Giganotosaurus into Thery's little, not so little, long claws, and boom, Giganotosaurus no more. And so we see Ellie, Allen, and Ian as well throughout the whole thing trying to save Macy, and also Beta, who is actually Blue's baby that we actually see come about throughout the movie, who has been kidnapped as well alongside Macy, and they ultimately end up saving them alongside Owen and Claire, and we see it all come to an end for now. So pretty much we saw that Henry Wu also, as I said, with all that guilt he's had and everything, makes up for it by saving the world from the giant locusts, and that's how our movie basically ends here. Now, no post-credit scenes here because we don't know exactly where Jurassic is going with all of this, but I think it sets up a lot of things here. One of the interesting things you see in this movie also is the black market thing going on with the dinosaurs and all of that. I think that could make it a pretty interesting series to follow as well. I don't think the whole biosync thing is over either yet, just because the evil doer is pretty much gone. And I think we definitely get something more from this. Now, there is also the Camp Jurassic on Netflix that people talk about that had a little bit of a callbacks here and there in this movie that could definitely be spun off. But I think that Jurassic for now is going to take a break. We're going to chill and see where we go if we go with another movie. I think that these Jurassic World movies kind of felt like the same beat, and maybe that's one of the reasons that a lot of people were kind of pushed away from them and we're sort of like, I don't know. So I think if we do something different, I think that whole aspect of the dinosaurs now living with the people and people are just going to have to learn to coexist with them could make for an interesting show because of course there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff that's going to be discussed with that, especially going forward. Like I said, I thought the black market thing with Owen and Claire and all of that was a very interesting aspect of Jurassic that I don't think has been explored as much, that would make it much more interesting as well, compared to always being on a biodome or an island and all of that. I think giving us something fresh and different like that could be something to go with, but that's just my opinion on the matter. I think that the whole Jurassic, whatever they want to call it next, definitely needs that freshness of something else, something different, and I think that could be it. I'm not over here saying give us Jurassic in space or any of that, right? I'm just saying, like, I think the whole island thing and the whole like evil corporation thing is a little bit outdone so much now that it feels formulaic, and we just want something different done with it, right? So I feel like this ending explain kind of went into the problem with, but no, I'm just saying, like, that's my thoughts, my opinions on it. I think I would love to see more of this. I thought the dinosaurs were cool and all, and I think that exploring that whole aspect with the black market thing that was going on with them would be a pretty interesting concept to look at. But that's just my opinions, my thoughts on it down below. Like I said, we'll see what happens. Definitely going to be interesting to see how well this movie does. I think the first Jurassic World broke a lot of records, and I think that that's what Universal's looking for here. Universal has like a ton of releases this summer, don't they? Because Black Phone comes out, and then I think also Nope. So very excited for those two as well. But let me know your thoughts and your opinions on this movie in itself. What do you think about it? What do you think about the whole fight between Giganotosaurus and T-Rex, and the whole debate going on online where people were saying that Giganotosaurus did not deserve that at all? And it's just crazy how Theory was just used as a prop to kill Giganotosaurus. They're just like minding their business there, and then out of nowhere, T-Rex just boom impales Giganotosaurus. But let me know what you think about that. Also about Miss Ellie and Alan getting their kiss. I thought that that was something that a lot of people were really looking forward to, especially from all the way back in the other Jurassic movies, and they finally gave it to you on the last installment. Like I said, my favorite one is still the first one from this one, and it just feels like how I feel with the other Jurassic movies, that the first one's always the best one. And then in the third one, I like what they're trying to do, and I get it, but it doesn't go all the way for me. That's just how I felt about the original trilogy as well, and I think I feel the same way with this one. So history repeats itself. So does that mean the next new trilogy, the first one's gonna be really good? I don't know. We'll see. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. As always, if you haven't already, subscribe on the road to 25,000 subscribers. I did an episode in the Explained on The Boys. If you haven't watched that already, I also have some videos on Nope, as I was talking about that as well. And I do have some videos on Black Phone coming next week. Hopefully I get to go to an early screening next week so I can give you a full video on that, but stay tuned for that. And as always, that's going to do it for me. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, notification bell. 25,000 subscribers by Stranger Things Volume 2. That's the goal. We will do a giveaway if we get to that. But anyways, I'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay positive.